Is this the deepest cornerback class that we have seen in the last few seasons? I feel like we're going to see loads of starting corners in every round of the draft. So you look at, I mean, so many of these guys, probably 20, 30 guys, right?
I think it was plus 30 in this department.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
So you've seen a lot of them. What do you think overall?
I think so. Realistically, you usually get around 20 that are drafted. Something I said to Pete Dimolitis today, I was like, man, the top 15 or 20, they're pretty good. They're players. Like, they're going to be around the NFL for a while, right? So I did not look. I looked at it as a pretty strong group. It's got a little everything here. Top heavy, right? I think there's some stars here. And then it's got a lot of like, okay, this guy will never be a star, but he's going to be a starting corner for a long time in the NFL.
Well, some of these guys have some warts. We'll talk about those. But the fewest warts are on Chris Simms' #1 corner this year. So let's get into it. Make sure Chris is on the right notebook page.
I'm there.
He is on the
page.
I'm
almost at the end of this notebook, so I'm about to open up a new one.
Safeties or offensive
I'm
lines.
so excited to talk about these guys, and especially this first guy. I can't even tell you. This is the most excited I've been so far since the offseason started.
All right. The Chris Simms 2023 cornerback draft prospect rankings begin with Tier 1.
He's up there with one of the most twitchy, sudden people I've ever seen in my life. To the point where when he takes off, you're like, wait, is that real? Did he really get to full speed in a half a step? Did he really, like, make a move that quick and break on the ball and then close it? What? Did he really come down and hit that guy like that? Does he think he's Ray Lewis? Did somebody tell him that he's 181 pounds? I mean, it's unbelievable, let alone being in what I would say, out of everybody I watch, the most tough positions out of any corner in the draft. It's constant him on an island. It's constant. Even when they're playing zone, it's like quarters, and it's like, you're kind of still in man. He never really had a playoff. He can do it on both. Bump or off, both are phenomenal. It's rare to have that. He's got very good play strength for a guy that's 5'11 and a half, 181 pounds. He doesn't know that. He thinks he's 220. Nobody's told him.
Yeah.
Right? He's that. But, like, here's – I watched these guys in alphabetical order. And I went, from one guy that I loved to him. And, I mean, here I'm just going to read my second line.
Sure.
Right? My second line goes right away. I can see, holy shit, twitchy and sudden. I mean, and then I just went, my third round, it's efficient and easy, sudden, and can see the ability to accelerate, whether it's downhill or stick the foot in the ground and changing direction. So there's, as compared to my #2 guy and my #3 guy, he might be a hair tighter in his hips, okay? But his twitchiness and explosion and acceleration, and then I think when you add all that on to, like, incredibly instinctive, and sees plays develop in zone or screens or whatever else, you just start to go, what does this guy not have other than that he's not, 6'2", and over 200 pounds? He's phenomenal. If you're getting in the negatives, it's very few. It's maybe that he's a hair over-aggressive, and what I mean by that is that, he doesn't want to let you catch any throw, any play, any pass. He sees a slant route, he's like, I'm taking it away. So then there's a double move. But his makeup speed is phenomenal. To me, the most technically sound corner in the draft. There's nobody better at technique. Like Witherspoon, the ability to mirror receivers at the line of scrimmage, the quick feet is phenomenal. His hips, better than Witherspoon. Right? His ability, again, like, hey, I'm trying to paint a picture for people, but, we're running a go route up the sideline, right? And I'm turned on the inside because I'm looking back at the quarterback. Now the guy makes an out-breaking route. His ability to flip those hips, turn, and break on the ball. It's right up there. It's actually more smooth hip-wise than it is for Devon Witherspoon. Witherspoon might be a hair twitchier and a hair better with acceleration, so he makes up for not having that hip thing that we're talking about here. But, what more can you say about the guy? Start-stop ability, amazing. Makeup speed, amazing. Other than Witherspoon, I think is put in the second most tough spots out of anybody I watched. To me, when I watch him, I just go, this is a little slightly less version of Witherspoon, and I'm not sure some of his man-to-man skills aren't better and aren't going to translate even better to the NFL. It's close. Witherspoon as an overall player is better, more impressive, physical. I get it. I'm pure man-to-man. I think it's closer than I think people are giving it credit for. Christian Gonzalez, unlike the other two, yeah, he's got a little more size and meat on his bones. The T. Higgins of the world, the bigger receivers of the world, they're going to have a harder time pushing him around and doing that stuff. He's got incredible ball skills. Technique, off the charts good, all of that. There's not much here. I mean, he looks prototype. He looks Darrelle Revis, Champ Bailey-ish in his uniform, right? So it looks awesome. And the film is awesome too, okay? It really is. His straight speed is real. His ability to, plant his foot in the ground, break on the ball, out of transition, all that, it is really, really good. But it's not as good as the two before. The two before were outstanding in that department. I mean, outstanding. When I talk about put the foot in the ground, drive on the ball, break it up. Close, double move, close the gap. I got to restart and get going here. That's where I give them a little bit better of an advantage over Christian Gonzalez. Now, Gonzalez, ball skills, I maybe give to him in that department. Size and strength, give to him in that department. But I also say size and strength and coverage, but not in like the tackling, physicality, other aspects, taking on blocks. He wasn't nearly as physical as Turner or Witherspoon in that department. Deonte Banks, 6 foot, 190. He has more of the measurables, again, like the Oregon kid, Gonzalez. He's more of that. 6 foot, 197. There's a thickness to him, right? And a power and strength element that certainly jumps out, let alone, again, speed is real deal Holyfield. We're talking about a guy that's faster than Gonzalez, has a better 10-yard split than Gonzalez, has a better vert than Gonzalez. This guy's real.
You think speed is as important at the corner position as any position, correct?
100%. I think, again, we've gotten this conversation before. When you look at the top corners in the history of football, you're usually in the 4.3s and the 4.2s. When you get into Champ Bailey and Darrelle Revis and Darrell Green and Deion Sanders and those type of guys, I know there's some 4.4 guys in there too. I'm not trying to, but I think when you get into the elite of the elite, as you said earlier, you're covering a bunch of guys that run 4.4 and some run 4.3. So you can't be slower than them and then expect to be able to cover them.
And they know where they're going.
Right. So, yeah, I am a big proponent of that. He had one bad game. I watched 3 games of the guy. The Ohio State game was the one bad game, and it wasn't that bad. He guessed on a few plays. He got a little too, I'm going to show Ohio State and these guys what I'm all about. And they went, oh, no, we're going to double move you and throw a bomb on you. And he got burned a few times because of that. But okay. Again, he was put in positions where it's like, okay, he's covering elite guys here, and it's him and him by himself. But he's sticky as hell. He's got very good feet. He doesn't know how to use his hands at all yet. So he's not really that great at jamming people to the line of scrimmage, but he's never not there, right? And then I thought the other thing that was really good with him is his ability to play the ball. I thought his ability to play the ball and create PBUs was in those 50-50 situations, or the quarterback tries to throw the back shoulder throw or all that. He's got great feel, vision to be able to cover and see the throw at the same time that I was very impressed with there. His size is the first thing that you just go, what? Like, what? Like, when you turn on the film, you go, wait, this guy's a corner? Did they? Is this wrong? Is he safety? Because he has a prototype safety body. Like, where you go, like, literally, like, thick, where you're just like, can this guy really move and be this good? Like, how can you do this? Okay, well, yeah, he can. He can. And then, again, here, this is where we get into sizes and tastes and what you need or whatever. Yeah, against the bigger straight liner guys, nobody's going to push this big around. Nobody. That's certainly not going to be an issue. So that, along with the straight speed, and, hey, the change of direction stuff is not beautiful, right? He's a little heavy-footed because he's a bigger guy. It's a little clunkier than the other guys we've talked about today. All right. But it's not bad, you know. His acceleration, yeah, I wish it was a little bit better, right? But once he gets going, like his accelerations work. You can see him like digging, right? Where the other guys, it was just like nothing. Like I felt like they were just like, oh, hey, I'm just running the park like usual. You could see that from this guy. But, man, when he opens up, I mean, he can really go, obviously, with a 4.36 40 time.
So let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at your top 5 here.
Let's do it. Man, I love these 5 right here. I mean, first off, I love them. I love the attitude of the first 2. 3 and 4, their bodies and their potential are unbelievable. And 5, yeah, he's not perfect, but damn, when you're that big and you can run like that straight away, you deserve to be on the list. Yo, 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 thanks for watching, homies. It's the off season, but you know there's no off season for us here at Unbuttoned. Me, Ahmed Fareed, we're going to hit all the stories. So hit subscribe for us, okay? We got a ton coming up. My draft prospect rankings, my Simms top 40 quarterback countdown, and videos of me and NFL QBs playing catch and talking about their development and mechanics. Again, thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe. Peace out, homies. See you soon.